Stop what you are doing right now, because what just happened to Cristiano Ronaldo in Saudi Arabia is one of the most unbelievable, gut-wrenching, jaw-dropping moments in football history. Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host. We are talking about a man who has won 5 Ballon d'Or awards, 5 Champions League titles, and has scored over 900 career goals. A man who is arguably the greatest footballer to ever walk this earth. And right now, in May of 2026, Cristiano Ronaldo still does not have a single major trophy with Al Nassr. Not one. And what happened 2 nights ago, on the night he was supposed to finally end that drought, was so painful, so unreal, so absolutely cruel, that even his rivals felt it. This is the full story. Stay with me, because this one is wild from start to finish. And before we go any further, if you are new here and you love football, you love Ronaldo, and you want breaking news and deep dives like this every single week, hit that subscribe button right now and smash that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow and keeps us bringing you content like this. Now let us get into it. The date was May 13th, 2026. The venue was Al Awwal Park in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and the occasion was the biggest derby in Saudi football. Al Nassr versus Al Hilal in a match that would decide the fate of the Saudi Pro League title. Dawan Africa, https, www.Dawan Africa, news, late Bento own goal denies, Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. This was not just any match. This was the match. The one Ronaldo had been circling on the calendar. The one the whole football world had been watching. Because if Al Nassr won this game, they would have gone 8 points clear at the top of the table with only 2 games left to play. The title would have been mathematically secured. Ronaldo would have finally, after more than 3 years of waiting, lifted a domestic league trophy in Saudi Arabia. The party was ready. The confetti was essentially loaded. And then the unthinkable happened. The atmosphere inside the stadium before kickoff was electric, reflecting the importance of the occasion. Supporters filled Al Awwal Park expecting a historic night, while the pressure surrounding both clubs was enormous. Dawan Africa, https, www.Dawan Africa, news, late Bento own goal denies, Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. There was so much riding on this one game. Not just for Ronaldo personally, but for Al Nassr as a club, for the fans who had waited years for this moment, and for everyone who believed that the Saudi Pro League era of Ronaldo was finally about to deliver something truly legendary. And the match itself did not disappoint in terms of drama. The Portuguese superstar came into the match as the league's leading scorer and one of the central figures behind Al Nassr's impressive title push this season. Ronaldo looked determined from the opening whistle and nearly opened the scoring early with a powerful effort that forced a strong save from goalkeeper Yassine Bounou. Dawan Africa, https, www.dawan.africa, news, late Bento own goal, denies Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr, title celebrations against Al Hilal. He was hungry, he was pressing, he wanted this more than anyone in that stadium. But the football gods, as they sometimes do, had a very different script written for the evening. Now let's talk about the subplot that made this match even more compelling, because this was not just Ronaldo versus a random opponent. This was Ronaldo versus Karim Benzema. 2 former Real Madrid teammates, 2 legends of the beautiful game, now playing for rival clubs in the same city, in the same league, on the same night that the title was on the line. Benzema's switch from Al Ittihad to Al Hilal in the winter transfer window had been the source of massive controversy. It even briefly sparked Ronaldo to go on strike at Al Nassr. The National, https, www.thenationalnews.com Sport Football 2026-05-12 Cristiano Ronaldo Trophy. Wait goes on as own goal earns Al Hilal late draw with Al Nassr in SPL title clash. So the personal stakes between these two were enormous. And the whole world wanted to know, who would rise to the occasion? Who would deliver when it mattered most? Benzema should have scored as early as the 4th minute, but was too casual with just the goalkeeper to beat. A through ball set up the chance perfectly, but the French striker fired straight at the keeper when the goal was wide open. The National. https www.thenationalnews.com sport football 2026-05-12 Cristiano Ronaldo Trophy. Wait, goes on as own goal earns Al Hilal late draw with Al Nassr in SPL title clash. It was a miss that would prove costly, and the least said about Benzema's performance overall, the better. He was abject. When Benzema was substituted in the second half, it felt like a tacit admission that his race was run. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, sport on football, 2026-05-13 Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr title celebrations on hold after Bento meltdown, but double is still on. For the greatest French striker of his generation, this was a forgettable night. Meanwhile, his old teammate was doing everything right. The breakthrough finally arrived in the 37th minute. From a well-worked corner delivery, defender Mohamed Simakan rose highest inside the penalty area and powered a header beyond Bunu to send Al Awal Park into celebration. Dawan Africa, https www.dawan.africa, news, late Bento own goal denies, Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal, 1-0. Al Nassr were in front. The title was edging closer with every passing minute. And then Al Nassr did something they are not always known for. They defended brilliantly. Marcelo Brozovic controlled the tempo in midfield, while Aymeric Laporte and Simakan dealt effectively with much of Al Hilal's attacking threat. Dawan Africa, https www.dawan.africa, news, late Bento own goal denies Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. It was disciplined, it was composed, it was championship football, and then came halftime, and with it, one of the biggest what-ifs of the entire season. Kingsley Coman had a golden chance to make it 2-0 at the end of the first half, but fired against the post with the goal completely at his mercy. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com sport football 2026-05-13 Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr title celebrations on hold after Bento meltdown, but double is still on. Had that gone in, this story would have had a completely different ending. That miss, that post, that moment of wasted opportunity, it will be talked about for a long time by Al Nassr fans. Because what happened at the end of the second half made that Coman chance look enormous in hindsight. The second half was tense. Al Hilal pushed for an equalizer, but Al Nassr held firm. The clock kept ticking. 80 minutes, 85 minutes. Cristiano Ronaldo was substituted in the 83rd minute and watched nervously from the bench as Al Nassr attempted to hold on to their advantage. With over 98 minutes played, the title appeared won. Dawan Africa, https www.dawan.africa, news, late Bento own goal denies Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. The fans were already celebrating. The Al Nassr bench was buzzing. Players were looking at each other with those eyes, the eyes of people who know something incredible is about to happen. And Ronaldo sat there on that bench, his arms pumping, willing his team home. He had played his part. Now it was down to the others to close it out. Just hold the ball. Just see it out. It is over. It is done. The title is yours. And then, in the 99th minute of the match, deep into the 8th minute of stoppage time, something happened that nobody in that stadium, nobody watching on television, nobody anywhere in the world could have possibly predicted. Al Hilal launched a long throw-in deep into the Al Nassr penalty area. Goalkeeper Bento rushed off his line attempting to claim the ball, but confusion followed after contact involving teammate Íñigo Martínez. The ball slipped through Bento's fingers and across the line. Dawan Africa, https www.dawan.africa, news, late Bento own goal denies Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. Own goal. 1-1. 99 minutes gone. Title vanished. Just like that. The inexplicable howler left a pulsating crowd at Al Awwal Park stunned, and Ronaldo sat with a rueful grin on the bench, having been substituted shortly before. The National, https www. thenationalnews.com Sport Football 2026-05-12 Cristiano Ronaldo Trophy. Wait goes on as own goal earns Al Hilal late draw with Al Nassr and Espal title clash. Think about that image for a second. Cristiano Ronaldo sitting on the bench, rueful grin. Not tears, not rage. Just that look of a man who cannot believe what he just witnessed. A man who has seen it all in football, who has experienced the highest highs and the lowest lows, sitting there watching his goalkeeper give away the most important draw of the entire season in the most bizarre fashion imaginable. Television footage showed Cristiano Ronaldo looking devastated on the bench before walking down the tunnel moments after the final whistle. Dawan Africa, https www.Dawan Africa, news, late Bento own goal, denies Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. Social media exploded with reactions to Bento's mistake, with clips of the own goal spreading rapidly online. Many supporters described it as one of the most dramatic endings in recent Saudi Pro League history. Dawan Africa, https www.dawan.africa, news, late Bento own goal denies Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. And honestly, if you were watching that game live, your heart dropped. Even people who are not Ronaldo fans, even people who were rooting against Al Nassr, they felt that. Because moments like that transcend club loyalty. That was just pure, brutal football heartbreak. And it happened to a 41-year-old man who moved to Saudi Arabia in 2023 chasing glory, who has scored 121 goals since arriving, who has done everything a footballer can possibly do individually, except win a major trophy with his new club. Now let's talk about the full picture here, because this is important. This was not Ronaldo's first heartbreak in Saudi Arabia. He previously suffered two heartbreaking defeats against Al Hilal in both the 2024 Saudi Super Cup and the 2024 Kings Cup. His most recent appearance in a championship match came in the 2025-26 Saudi Super Cup, where Al Nassr fell just short after losing to Al Ahly in a tense penalty shootout. Belavip, https belavip.com, Soccer, Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr make history after reaching AFC Champions League 2 final. So this is 4 times now. 4 times Ronaldo has been close to silverware with Al Nassr. 4 times it has slipped away. The 2024 Super Cup, the 2024 Kings Cup, the 2026 Super Cup, and now this, a title that was literally seconds away on Tuesday night. 3.5 years in Saudi Arabia, over 121 goals, and the trophy cabinet remains empty. That is the stunning reality facing the greatest goal scorer of all time as of today, May 14, 2026. As the manager Jorge Jesus himself said after the match, the glory will have to wait. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, Sport, Football, 2026-05-13 Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr title celebrations on hold after Bento meltdown, but double is still on. But here is the thing, and this is where the story gets interesting again, because the wait might not be much longer. In fact, it could be over within the next few days. Despite the heartbreak, Al Nassr remain in control of the title race. The draw leaves Ronaldo's side 5 points clear of Al Hilal, although their rivals still hold a game in hand. Because Saudi Pro League rules prioritize head-to-head results before goal difference, Al Nassr must defeat Damak FC on the final match day to guarantee the championship regardless of Al Hilal's results. Dawan Africa, https www.dawan.africa, news, late Bento own goal denies Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr title celebrations against Al Hilal. Damak, by the way, is a team fighting relegation. This is not a giant Al Nassr needs to slay. This is a team just trying to survive. Win that game on May 21st, and the Saudi Pro League title belongs to Ronaldo and Al Nassr. Simple as that. But the title race is not even the most urgent storyline right now, Because there is something happening this Saturday, May 16th, that could end Ronaldo's trophy drought before the league finale even arrives. Al Nassr hosts Japan's Gamba Osaka in the AFC Champions League 2 final at Al Awal Park on Saturday, May 16th, with kickoff at 8:45 p.m. local time. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, Sport Chati Football 2026-05-14, Al Nassr v Gamba Osaka, Ronaldo's chance, and all you need to know about AFC Champions League 2 final. This is a continental final, on home turf, and a win would give Ronaldo his first major trophy since arriving in Saudi Arabia. It would mark Ronaldo's first official trophy since joining in 2023 and the first time a Saudi club has claimed this specific continental title. Bolavip, https bolavip.com, Ian Soccer Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr make history after reaching AFC Champions League 2 final. That would be history. That would be massive. But, and there is always a but, the build-up to this final has now been hit with a massive injury scare that threatens to completely change how Al Nassr approach this game. Ahead of the AFC Champions League 2 final against Gamba Osaka, the Saudi club has been rocked by a wave of absences, including Marcelo Brozovic, Kingsley Coman, and several other key first-team stars. The timing could hardly be worse for Jorge Jesus and his squad. World Soccer Talk, https worldsoccertalk.com, AMP News Cristiano Ronaldo's AFC Champions League 2 final hopes take huge hit as Al Nassr loses Marcelo Brozovic, Kingsley Coman, and 3 other key players for Gamba Osaka clash. According to the Saudi newspaper Ariya, Marcelo Brozovic, Kingsley Coman, and Abdullah Al-Amri underwent MRI scans to determine the severity of their injuries. The report added that Portuguese club doctor Carlos Miguel ruled out the trio, along with Angelo Gabriel and goalkeeper Nawaf Al-Akidi, because of the severity of their muscle injuries. World Soccer Talk, https worldsoccertalk.com, AMP News, Cristiano Ronaldo's AFC Champions League 2 final hopes take huge hit as Al Nassr loses Marcelo Brozovic, Kingsley Coman, and 3 other key players for Gamba Osaka clash. That is 5 players. 5. In the days leading up to a continental final, Brozovic has been one of the midfield leaders throughout the campaign, while Coman's pace and creativity played a massive role during the knockout rounds. World Soccer Talk, https worldsoccertalk.com. AMP News, Cristiano Ronaldo's AFC Champions League 2 final hopes take huge hit as Al Nassr loses Marcelo Brozovic, Kingsley Coman, and 3 other key players for Gamba Osaka clash. Losing both of them for a final is enormous. This is not a small setback. This is a genuine crisis that Jorge Jesus now has to manage. The injury crisis has forced Jorge Jesus into difficult decisions only days before the final. He is now considering rotating heavily and relying on younger or less experienced players to protect the remaining stars from further physical problems ahead of the final Saudi Pro League fixture against Damak. World Soccer Talk, https worldsoccertalk.com, AMP News, Cristiano Ronaldo's AFC Champions League 2 final hopes take huge hit as Al Nassr loses Marcelo Brozovic, Kingsley Coman, and 3 other key players for Gamba Osaka clash. Think about the chess match happening in that Al Nassr training facility right now. Do you rest Ronaldo and trust your depth against Gamba Osaka on Saturday? Do you throw everything at it and risk more injuries before the must-win Damak game on May 21st? There are no easy answers here. Every decision matters. Every call Jesus makes this week could define whether Ronaldo ends this season with a double, a single trophy, or nothing at all. Now let's talk about Gamba Osaka, because they deserve respect here. Gamba won the AFC Champions League back in 2008, and they are aiming to become the first Japanese side to lift the AFC Champions League 2 trophy. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, Sport, Football, 2026-05-14, Al Nassr v Gamba Osaka, Ronaldo's chance and all you need to know about AFC Champions League 2 final. They are not a pushover. Gamba's squad features the experienced attacking midfielder Takashi Usami, prolific forward Deniz Hummet, and the versatile defender Shinosuke Nakatani, who have helped carry the team through to the championship game. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, Sport Chalk Football, 2026, 05-14, Al Nassr v Gamba Osaka. Ronaldo's chance and all you need to know about AFC Champions League 2 final. And they come into this final knowing exactly what kind of opportunity they have. Al Nassr, shattered emotionally from Tuesday's gut punch, now missing 5 key players, playing their third high-intensity match in just days. Gamba will travel to Riyadh, sensing that the door is open. They have a lengthy journey to get to Saudi Arabia for Saturday's final. The weather will be about 10 degrees Celsius hotter than Osaka. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, Sport Football, 2026, 05-13, Saudi Pro League. Permutations, how Cristiano Ronaldo could win 2 trophies in less than 2 hours on Saturday. But they will not be deterred. They are here to crash the party. And here is the scenario that makes this even more fascinating. Al Nassr could feasibly win the Saudi Pro League while already playing against Gamba Osaka on Saturday, because if Al Hilal fail to beat Neom in their Saturday match, the title will be secured before Al Nassr even finish their continental final. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, Sport Football, 2026, 05-13, Saudi Pro League. Permutations, how Cristiano Ronaldo could win 2 trophies in less than 2 hours on Saturday. Think about that. Ronaldo could be standing on the pitch in the middle of a cup final and get the news that his team is already champions. 2 trophies. 1 night. It is the kind of fairy tale ending that football occasionally writes for the truly legendary. And nobody has had a more dramatic, more emotional season than Cristiano Ronaldo right now. Let us step back and look at the bigger picture for a moment, because this story is not just about one game, one goal, or one trophy. This is about legacy. When Ronaldo arrived at Al Nassr in January 2023, the entire football world was skeptical. People said he was finished. They said he chose money over competition. They said Saudi Arabia was a retirement destination, not a place where footballing greatness could still be written. And Ronaldo has spent every single day since then proving those people wrong. He has scored over 121 goals. He has carried his team to finals. He has dragged Al Nassr to the edge of history time and time again. Saudi Arabia's signature signing was presented as the figurehead for the league's global transformation. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com, Sport Football, 2026, 05-14, Al Nassr v Gamba Osaka, Ronaldo's chance and all you need to know about AFC Champions League 2 final. And he has delivered on that, even if the trophies have not come yet. But the question that hangs over everything right now is this. What does it mean for Ronaldo's legacy if he ends his Saudi chapter without a single major title? He is 41 years old. He will not play forever. Every trophy opportunity from here on in is precious. And the ones that have slipped away, the Super Cup defeats, the King's Cup loss, and now this heartbreak on Tuesday, they add up. They create a narrative that Ronaldo, for all his individual brilliance in Saudi Arabia, could not deliver the ultimate prize for Al Nassr. That is a narrative nobody who believes in CR7 wants to see written. This is why the next 7 days might be the most important stretch of Ronaldo's entire Saudi career. Saturday is the AFC Champions League 2 final. May 21st is the league decider against Damac. It would take a capitulation of epic proportions for Ronaldo to finish the season empty-handed again. The National, https www.thenationalnews.com/sport/football 2026 05-13 Saudi Pro League. Permutations, how Cristiano Ronaldo could win 2 trophies in less than 2 hours on Saturday. He is in the driving seat. He controls his destiny. And everything that happens over these next few days will define how this chapter of his career is ultimately remembered. Will it be the chapter where he finally lifted the silverware and silenced every doubter, or will it be the chapter that got away? Here is what I think. I think Ronaldo wins that AFC final on Saturday. I think he scores. I think he lifts that trophy with both hands above his head in front of the Al Nassr fans at Al Awwal Park, and that image becomes one of the defining photographs of his Saudi career. And then I think Al Nassr go to Damak on May 21st and take care of business, clinching the Saudi Pro League title and completing one of the most dramatic, emotionally charged doubles in Saudi football history. But that is just my read. Football, as Tuesday night reminded us brutally, does not always follow the script. What do you think is going to happen? Drop your prediction in the comments right now. Does Ronaldo win the AFC final on Saturday? Does Al Nassr clinch the league on May 21st? Or do you think something goes wrong again and this drought continues? I want to read every single comment. This is one of the most interesting football storylines in the world right now, and your opinions matter. So scroll down, drop that comment, and let us have that conversation. And if you learned something new from this video today, if this story had you locked in and you want more content covering football at this level of depth, please share this video with one friend. Just one. It takes 5 seconds, and it means the world for helping this channel reach more football fans who care about stories like this. Every share genuinely helps us grow, and it keeps us able to bring you full breakdowns like this one every single week. Because the story of Cristiano Ronaldo in Saudi Arabia is not over. It is not even close to over. The man is 41 and still leading the scoring charts in one of the fastest-growing football leagues on the planet. He is still in continental finals. He is still moments away from championship glory. And if the last 3.5 years have taught us anything, it is that Ronaldo never, ever goes quietly. The trophy drought will end. The only question is when. And right now, that answer could come as soon as 48 hours from now. This is Breaking News Football Analysis. My name is here with you for every twist and turn of the greatest story in Saudi football. Stay subscribed, stay locked in, because this one is far from over. Total estimated length, mine 14,000 characters. Runtime, learn 10 5Ts, 11 minutes at standard voiceover pace.